What's going on, guys? So the privacy I thought I had is actually gone. My siblings are back in the house, so forgive the background noise. I may try to get that out of it the best way I can. But anywho, this is gonna be like episode 1 of my free comic books that I have. I think I have about 7 of these. So basically, episode 1 is going to be about Nick Spencer's preview for his Amazing Spider-Man run in July. The next issue is going to be about the Ghost in the Shell, the Global Neural Network, by I think it's Kodasha Comics. So it's a whole story inside, and this is actually a pretty good story. So yeah. So let's jump into Nick Spencer's Spider-Man. From the cover, I'm liking the artwork. I mainly like with the artist. The artist is Ryan Odeley for the Rhino, and I love that for that. So basically, we get this brief introduction by Peter Parker, why he's saying why he became Spider-Man, but also he came from the views that he gets from web slinging, because in his eyes, it's like you don't see the piss spots from his height when he's web swinging. You don't see the piss spots from the New York streets. So basically, he's trying to get an apartment, but I guess like a real estate agent he's basically finding like trash places. Like he looks outside his window, and there's like 2 dumpsters. So the guy, he's actually his roommate. I think his name is Randy Robertson. He's the son of Robbie Robertson. So if you've watched I first saw Robbie Robertson in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. That's how I grew up with Spider-Man, through those movies. So basically, yeah, this is his son, Randy. Both of them are trying to find an apartment to stay. Peter's actually saying if he doesn't find a place, he might move back to Queens. But anyway, his spider sense goes off, and Rhino, Boomerang, and a female Electro are committing a robbery. So then after that, Peter actually tells him that, hey, I gotta pick up some pictures from the Bugle. And then Randy's like, okay, how come don't you work in the science section now? And then he says, that lady just shot electricity out of fingertips. That is science. And then, sorry, my voice just cracked. Then Randy was like, okay, but if you go and I find a place, I'm calling dibs on the good bedroom. So, yeah. Moving on, though. Spider-Man swings to action. He manages to stop Boomerang. And then Rhino comes charging after him. Basically, what he does is that he web zips over him, causing Rhino to get his head stuck in the car. He does a backflip over behind Boomerang, basically drawing Rhino to the sound of his voice, and so then Rhino charges at him, crashing Boomerang up against a wall. So then we find out that this female Electro is like a groupie, and we find out that Max Dillon is actually dead, as she says, say hi to him in hell for me. So then, whatever device this is for like construction, basically rolling over to a patio deck where a pregnant lady and her son are enjoying a lunch or whatever. So basically, Spider-Man manages to stop the machine from killing them. And I like this panel right here. Basically, basically like what I'm trying to figure out. Like, not like the texture or like basically like the detail and the actual webbing for me is good. Because this artwork without this issue for me is pretty good. So either way, as he's like actually trying to pull it away, Boomerang, Electro, and Rhino actually try to go after him again, but they are hit by a blast. And so Wilson Fisk comes, and since I haven't been reading Daredevil or Marvel, Fisk becomes mayor in Daredevil issue 601. So he's mayor of New York now. Some of the cops, or I guess some of his staff, will try to arrest him. He says no. Hey, Spider-Man owes a debt. This city owes a debt to him. Yes, basically they robbed Fisk, but he takes this bag. Everything in his bag is green. Boomerang actually double crosses Electro and Rhino and manages to get away. Rose the Fist tells Spider-Man, "Hey, what are you doing?" He got away. And he says, "Well, that's your problem now." So basically, in his like caption in his narration, he says, "Besides, Randy just texted saying he found an apartment. I bet it's a dump." This place is actually great as he actually sees it. Randy already has the best bedroom, so then their new roommate, basically how they are able to afford this is actually Boomerang. And so to be continued in July for being Spider-Man. And I love this still page right here. So yeah, guys, that was basically it. It was the Free Comic Day preview for Nick Spencer's upcoming run. So yeah. So basically, this is like episode 1 of the Free Comic Day books. My review on this was pretty good. I liked the writing a little bit. Maybe I need to read some more stuff by Nick Spencer. So I may go back and read Secret Empire. I don't know if I'll cover it on the channel though. But yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video.